So, we are back with Dragon Age Inquisition, and we are not going to waste any time today. I grinded a little bit off screen to get my power up to 40, I believe. So I'm just going to go directly into the story mission today. So last time I finished Vivian's companion quest, and I also and people are gossiping about me and Josephine's romance because I finalized my romance with Josephine last time. So, all right, I'm ready. Let's do it. I got my reports first. Yep. Okay. Finish that. And come over here. Is that the last Hard and Hightown mission, or? Nope. I'm just gonna have these missions with me for the entire rest of the game. Alright. Okay. Let's do this.
With an Illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed, the Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god.
Great.
Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
In Redcliffe, I saw the future Corypheus built. We can't let that happen.
It was always so, was it not? The madman would bury us all.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvion before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
You overcome it, all three of you, together. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents, will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence, but the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors.
I like how Morgan got a little flustered for a second. She was like,
We'd
wow,
be
that was
remiss not
impressive.
to take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
Oh, I'm proud of you guys.
The Inquisition began as a handful of soldiers. Thanks to you, we're now a force that will topple a self-proclaimed god. I could ask for no finer counsel, no better guidance.
Aww.
I speak for all of us when I answer. We could ask for no finer cause.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this Illuvion.
Awesome. This feels very final, though. I hope this isn't the final story mission. It might be. I have no idea, honestly. Hold on. I want to adjust my thing a little bit. Okay, so who should I bring with me? Who? Maybe I should look this up. I was gonna ask Al, but he's at work right now, and I don't want to bother him. Let's see. Google. What pride had wrought. Who to bring. Perfect. There we go. Let's see. Party comp for what pride had wrought. Let's see. Okay. Hmm. Bull, Cole, and Dorian. Hmm. Solus, Dorian, and Cassandra. Okay. Solus, Dorian, and Cassandra. That sounds good. Alright, so let's do Solus, Cassandra, Dorian. Alright. I'm ready. Let's kick Coryphus's ass. I wonder what's gonna happen. I'm honestly kind of nervous. I'm so proud of all my people, though. Ooh. Pre-fight cutscene. What was that? Oh, cool. This does feel very final. It feels... This feels like the last mission of the game. Okay, the forces of Orlais. Nice. Nice. Oh, that's a cool shot. That's a cool shot of Liliana. Yep, the spies. Let's do it. It's time to kill Corypheus for good this time. And all those Red Templar bastards. Nice. Look at Cullen. Look at my boy. I'm so proud of him. Overcame his lyrium addiction. Ooh, this music is awesome. Hell yeah, let's do it. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight! I'm ready for a rumble!
Inquisitor,
How you doing?
How goes the battle, Captain?
the Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our
Well-
scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be as easy as it seems, so...
Do only what you must. We need enough people for a celebration when we get back to Skyhold.
We will not fail you, my lady, no matter what comes. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
Thank you, officer. Hey, Morgan.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
They show me respect, Morgan. No one mistakes me for the Maker.
True, you are far more likely to come to their aid than a chantry fable, but I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mythal.
Okay.
Which is
Yeah.
a place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the illuvian he covets lies within.
Oh boy. Oh Jesus. What's happening?
Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Yeah. Is Morgan actually gonna be at our party for this battle, or is she just gonna hang out? I like her staff. The little cool little hooky thing on the end. Alright. Give me a second. Hold on. I gotta put my headphones away. Alright. Let's do this. I'm ready. You guys ready? Let's do it. This way. Hey guys. How you doing? Wow, this place is beautiful. Wow. Look at the trees. Look at the graphics on the trees. Holy shit. This place is gorgeous. It's a shame we have to fight people here because this place is beautiful. Alright, let's go this way. Hello? Anybody here? No? Okay. This is the wrong way. I feel like... I don't know. I feel like I should bring another... Because I'm already a mage, I feel like bringing 3 mages into battle might not be a good idea. I feel like I should bring another combat-centric character. Where's the change party horn? I know I saw it around here somewhere. Oh!
Your faith in your commander is well placed, Ambassador. Victory is all but in sight.
With Orlay's Imperial Guard joining us, it was never in doubt. Corypheus has been seen in the fray. Will you not consider moving further from the front line?
Dear Lady Montilyet, we cannot send our subjects where we ourselves fear to tread. All Thedas
It's a good thing I decided to come back, because
the chosen of Andraste.
I didn't even notice that Celine was here. Hello, Empress.
We are gladdened to see you, Herald. This day will be recalled for ages. We are privileged to witness the fulfillment of the Inquisition's purpose.
The sight of our Elysian allies risking their lives here humbles me.
Your worthy cause would have friends, even if we did not will it. Men and women of faith serve you. Their favor is no less than our own.
I bet. So I guess if I had supported Gaspard, he would be the one that's here instead. Thank you, Your Eminence. Okay, I know I saw a horn, like a party change horn around here somewhere. If not, I can just deal with it. Hello? Didn't I? I thought I did. Let's see, quest map.
You all right, sir?
Of course.
God, this place is beautiful, but like the graphics are so detailed that it's kind of hard to see everything. I guess I was just seeing things. I could have sworn that there was a party change horn around here, but that's fine. I'm sure I'll be okay with Solus, with the people I picked. Okay.
Listen to how close the fighting's gotten. It will be worse ahead.
If the soldiers aren't careful with their fires, they'll do Corypheus's work for him.
I hope you're right about this temple, Morrigan. I could use a building or two.
Does the woods discomfort you, Pavos?
It's mostly the people trying to cut our heads off that manage that.
Oh, so Morrigan is traveling with us. All right. Thank you very much. Stormheart. That's a very cool name for a medal. God, this place is pretty. What a giant frickin' tree trunk. This place is so gorgeous. Look at that. Holy shit. God, that's beautiful. Too bad we're gonna ruin it with all the fighting. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I essentially have a a party of 4 mages, myself, Solus, Morrigan, and Dorian, and 1 warrior, Cassandra. But hey, I brought a full mage party with me into the Wicked Hearts battle, or the Wicked Hearts mission, so Okay. I also leveled up. So. Alright, keep it up, you guys. I appreciate it. Keep up the good work. Alright, so we're going down here. Alright. The Great Waterfall. Yeah, it sure is. Get wrecked. Get him, Cassandra. I will say, we are doing an awful lot of damage. Maybe bringing 2 mages wasn't a bad idea after all. Yeah! Get wrecked. Okay. More enemies? Yep. Oh. A corrupted warden. Frickin' marksman. There you go. There we go. Stand up. Get up. Oh! There I go. Oh, I'm alive. 'Cause I am alive! Brrrah, 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 brrrah.
Little Grey Warden. They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
If they are forced to obey him, death will be a blessing.
True. Okay. So... down here? Is there a safer way down? I don't want to slide down the waterfall, Jesus. Oh, cool. Ooh. I do love me mythical deers. I certainly do. Alright, let's head down here. I guess I could have jumped down the waterfall, but I probably would have snapped my shins in the process. Come here. Oh, and they're playing the theme music in the background. Brum, 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 brum. Mm-hmm.
For Haven and the Divine.
For Haven, exactly. That's what you get for wrecking our town, you bastards. Get wrecked. Come on. Alright, this way. Good. It's not going to be that easy, though. I already know it. Something bad's going to happen that's going to turn the tides back in Corypheus and the Red Templars' favor. Because that would... It wouldn't be as interesting if we just win the whole time. Oh, Arbor Blessing. Cool.
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Let's kill them.
They've posted archers on the wall.
I see them. Don't worry. Hold on. I don't think I'm actually hitting him. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'll deal with that in a second. I want to get rid of the marksman first because those guys can really fuck you up if you just if you leave them. Come here. Where do you think you're going? Nice. Alright. Whoa. Storm. Was that Dorian? Because I did activate... I gave him the, I upgraded Dorian so that he could, use his Winter Storm and it would...
Fight elves?
It seems this Temple of Mythal is not deserted after all.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
Also, don't call them creatures, Morrigan. Elves are people. Don't be rude. What was I gonna say? I completely forgot. Okay. Let's see. Oh, bunch of big boys. Nice. Yeah. Get the wrecked. I gotta remember to use my support skills more often. Because I always forget I have them, you know? Keep up the good work. We got this. Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like if I was the Inquisitor, I'd be so unimposing. I'd just be like, thanks, I appreciate it. Good job. Keep up the good work, you know? Just like super nice all the time. Oh boy. Oh, it's some big boys. Oh, it's the big boy, the biggest boys, the big boy, the biggest boys. Come on. You got it, Cassandra. Keep it up. Hold on. Let me give you a barrier. There you go. Okay, and then there's the other one. I think that is Dorian, because I gave him... There's no other enemies around, and I expect his Winter Storm ability to have the effects last longer. So, I think now whenever he uses Winter Storm, it just sticks there for a few minutes, or a few seconds. I mean, we'll guard against them, okay? Adraste guide you. Corypheus is ahead. Ooh. Corypheus is ahead? I thought he had a whole body. Sorry. That was a really bad joke. Can you imagine, though, if Corypheus was just a floating head? Oh, that would be so goofy. I would love it, though. Like he's trying to be all scary and intimidating. And he's just, like, floating in midair. Oh, that'd be great. Alright. I'm not going to use my potions. I want to save those for later. Is there another enemy? Hello? Oh. Yeah, there is. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, yeah. The hiding guys. Yeah. Those guys that, like, fade away into the shadows. Yeah. I was wondering where the attacks were coming from, but... Oh, hold on. I'm coming. I got you. Don't worry. Badoosh! Yeah! I love that move. It's basically just a wormhole, and it sucks all the enemies in and smashes them together. It's so great. Another enemy up here? Yep. Oh, yep, there is. Direct. Come on. You got this. We got this. Nice. Okay. And we're gonna go this way. Where is Corypheus? Lots of cool statues in this area. I love the architecture in the Dragon Age world. It's so nice. Like, the elfin architecture has a very, like, sleek, beautiful design to it, whilst the dwarven architecture has a very, like, stocky, like, chunky design to it, where it looks like it's made out of lots of different blocks. Whilst the elfin architecture looks like it's made out of, like, a bunch of smooth stones put together. And I like that a lot. That even the architecture amongst the different races is unique. the fuck out of here. Oh, thanks, Cassandra. I always appreciate a barrier. Alright. Head on into the temple. Oh, Corypheus! Where are you? You grimy, crusty-ass motherfucker. Ooh, wolf statues. Yep, thank you. Corypheus! Hello?
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
Any chance Corypheus will finally grace us with his presence?
I'd count on it. Be ready.
Yeah,
Fighting ahead.
I was wondering that too, because we haven't seen him since the Battle of Haven. He's just been gone since then. Ooh. Is a temple built inside of a tree? Or built around a tree, maybe? Where is he?
They still think to fight us, Master.
Oh, there he is.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
There he is.
Sorrows?
Mr. Swedish Fish on his face himself.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Oh boy. Oh god. Oh! Hello? Did Corypheus just die? What the fuck? Holy shit, what just happened? That, he can't be dead. That, there's no way. That'd be too easy. That must be Samson. He doesn't look upset, so... Hello? Oh.
It cannot be.
Across the bridge, now!
Yeah. I knew he wasn't dead. He just possessed the body of somebody else. He pulled a Sovereign. His main body got destroyed. Well, he pulled a Saren, sorry. His main body got... Oof. Close. Nice. His main body got destroyed, so he possessed somebody else's body. That's what happened with Saren and Sovereign in Mass Effect 1. Spoilers, by the way. Saren gets killed, or he shoots himself, depending on how you interacted with him over the course of the game. And then once the ending comes, once Saren dies after you beat him or he shoots himself, Sovereign then possesses his body. So I guess the comparison isn't exactly one for one, but still, I'm noticing the similarities, so... That was cool. That was a very cool scene. I liked that a lot. Ooh, creepy elf castle. Or temple, sorry.
At last, Mythal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an Illuvian, but he mentioned a Well of Sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
They could be the same thing, right?
Could they be the same? Could Illuvian translate into Well of Sorrows?
No. It seems an Illuvian is not the prize Corypheus seeks. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Okay. Wow, this place is cool too.
Before Corypheus's people do.
I agree. Let's go,
I want
Minerva.
to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
then Corypheus can't
Oh.
really die.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange.
Interesting.
Archdemons possess the... It
Oh,
appears the
shit.
temple's magics are still strong.
I interrupted her. My bad.
Is it
Sorry,
Elven?
Morgan.
Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
Atishor vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
Thank you, Solus.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
See, now I'm glad I brought Solus along with me because he can read Old Elven languages. Let me grab a bottle of water real quick. I don't want my throat to get dry. Give me a sec. Ah, shit. Oh, my chair turned the wrong way. No, come back. Okay, here we go. There we go. Alright. Well, it's a start.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Okay. What the hell does any of that mean?
A ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
Okay. So, Corypheus did die just now, but he transferred himself into a nearby blighted person. Wow, this place is pretty. Ooh. That's interesting. Oh. Oh, I can actually talk to Morgan. Cool. Okay, What's over here? Okay. Uh-huh.
Do not step any place you have stepped before. There can be no vacillation.
Oh.
This is where petitioners walked the path of their gods.
It's where they
Interesting.
paid fealty to the gods. I have seen it, in the Fade. Only the reverent were permitted to touch this ground, and only in solemn contemplation.
Interesting. See, I knew... I was thinking about switching out Dorian, maybe, if I had found a party horn, and maybe switching him out for, like, a rogue, like putting Cole or, Varric in, but I wasn't thinking about switching out Solus, and now I'm glad I didn't, because I knew his knowledge would come in handy in this place. Okay. This kind of reminds me of that, puzzle from, Almost. I almost got it. There was just one missing part up in the corner. Hold on. Let me try this again. 1 second. Here, and here, and here, here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. Nice. It's so much easier to do puzzles like that when you can jump.
Have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Nice. Because there's a puzzle like that in Snowden in Undertale, and I know I'm making that comparison because... Oh, cool artwork. I just finished playing Undertale again, but a puzzle like that is so much easier to perform when you can jump. And you can't jump in Undertale, you can just, you know, walk in certain directions. Statue of Fenheral, the rebel god.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fenheral.
Mm-hmm.
Elven tales. He tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time.
Interesting.
Setting Fenheral in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Huh. I sure wish I could respond to her, but It's another one of those glitched conversations that I can't continue, so... Whoopsie poopsie. Oh well. Let's just go through the door. Hello? Oh, Jesus. That scared me. Hello, Samson. You grimy, greasy-haired fucker. I've been looking for you for so long. Samson, I mean. Oh boy, here we go. Okay. Ready. Get wrecked. I think me and Solus used the same power at the exact same time, so that was cool. Okay. Thank you, Dorian. Get wrecked. Nice. Alright.
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment.
Okay.
While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
An army fights and dies for us. The longer we tarry, the more soldiers we lose outside. Let's jump down and be done with this place.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
Oh.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Okay.
Their goal? Or yours?
Mm-hmm.
There is a danger to the natural order.
Mm-hmm.
Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't expecting your answer to be so... romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
Okay. What's the price?
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Okay.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
'Twould be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined.
Oh, of course
My
not.
priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Uh-huh. Follow Samson through the hole, or perform the rituals. Okay. Alright, you know what? I'm curious to see what all this is about, so let's perform the rituals. Not super sure if I can trust Morgan, but, you know. I feel like maybe she's telling the truth. Oh. Oh, this shit again. Oh, this again. Okay. Alright, so let's do... here? Mm-hmm. And then let's do... nice. Did I do it? I thought I did it. Did I not do it? Oh, I have to do both. Alright. Okay. Then let's do... okay. Shit! God damn it. Alright, okay. Did it work or not? Or does it not work if I step off of it like a fucking dick? What happened? I heard a noise. Okay.
Yes?
More rituals? What are they for? Do you know?
I believe they signify an intent to lay oneself bare, to champion a cause without pity, regret, or shame. Mythal's cult was not fond of vacillation. One approached them with nothing less than complete confidence.
Interesting.
What happened to those who were less sure of themselves?
Legend does not say. Perhaps this place has a more gruesome history than we know.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like if I step off, it deactivates, which fucking sucks. Alright, so let's... okay. Let's start over here. Okay. Let's start... I'm trying to map this out in my head. Right here. And then over here. Right. Okay. And then let's do this. And this. This. And this. And this. Okay. So those are all complete. Now I just have to find a way to get over to the other side. And I think I might have fucked up again. Unless I can jump over. Maybe? Come on. Give me a fucking... Ah, shit. I didn't even touch it. Are you kidding me? This fucking bullshit. What are you... Hello? I'm not even on the same... Who fucking cares? Ugh, whatever. That's bullshit. The harder path is not always the easiest path, though, so...
Yes?
No.
Let's continue. As you wish.
Shit. Okay. Grab it. Just... grab the fucking ledge. Shit! Come on!
Yes?
No, shut the fuck up!
Continue. As you wish.
I'm just trying to jump. Okay. Let's try this carefully. Fuck.
Yes?
Oh my god.
Let's continue.
Stop.
As you wish.
No, I don't want to talk to Morgan. I'm not going to be able to jump. Because she's too close. If I press X again right now, that's going to start another conversation with her. Okay. Here we go. Alright. So we got to do this way and then this way. No, actually... I should start on the other side. Get the fuck out of the...
Yes. Let's continue. As you wish.
Oh my god. No, shit. Oh, fuck. God, this sucks. No, what are you doing? Just walk forward. Okay. 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 So I got that side. So now I got to figure out how to do this side. So I think what I need to do is... start here and then go up. Right? This way? Right? And then go... start here, and then go up here, and then go over here, and go over here, and...
Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Nice. Okay. Alright. How many soldiers have died while I've been doing that shit? Sorry, guys. Okay, so the next ritual is... okay, it's over here. This is mine. Thank you. Alright, so... over here, right? Okay. Uh-huh. Interesting. There's something up there, too? Hello? Hold on. This is cool looking. Okay. Is that an alluvion? Hold on. Alright, Okay. Alright, let's try starting from this side.
Complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
Alright, I just need to get up there. That one wasn't too bad. Okay. So this is... That's the hole for the quicker route. But we're not doing the quicker route. Let's go over here. And this one. Okay. So this is another step puzzle. Alright. So let's... Hold on. I'm mapping it out in my head again. Okay. So we gotta... Okay. Well, this is a big one. Alright. Okay. I'm thinking it through in my head. Just give me a second. Uh-huh. Alright. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, nope, I guess I was wrong. Never mind. Yeah, oh, I forgot. Stepping on normal... Yeah, my bad. Stepping on normal, stone deactivates it. I forgot. Let's try it this way, then. Oh. I didn't even notice there was normal stone over here. Okay. Okay, this one's gonna be hard, I can already tell. Alright, so let's go... and then do this. Right. Okay. But I'm not going to be able to get around, because once I step on that normal stone right there, it's going to deactivate it, right?
Yes.
Would you fucking...
Let's continue.
Stop it.
As you wish.
And now I can't jump again, because Morrigan is there again. She's too close. If I press X, she's going to start talking again. Boy. Maybe I should just tell her to hold position. Will she actually listen? I mean, she's not technically an official party member, so... Alright. Yeah, I know. Okay. Let's see. Get up there. Come on. This ledge is not even that high, Minerva. You're like 8 feet tall. Grab the fucking thing. Ugh, Jesus. My kingdom for a fucking climb mechanic. God damn. So many things in this game would be so much simpler if they could just let you climb. Alright.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's continue. As you wish.
Get.
Yes.
No. I just want to jump.
Let's continue. As you wish.
Okay. I don't think I can make that, but I can certainly try. Nope. It's just gonna deactivate for me. Even though I didn't even touch it, because fuck me, I guess. Ugh, God, I fucking hate puzzles so goddamn much. They give me so much goddamn stress that I don't need in my life right now. Can we please just go back to fighting people? That was so much more fun and so much more gratifying. Don't pull the fucking lever! I just want to jump. God damn it. Okay. I have no idea how to solve this puzzle. I didn't even touch... Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. I didn't even touch the damn tile. I didn't touch that one either. Alright, whatever. Don't stop it. Okay. Can I walk on that? Nope. Because fuck me. Alright. Let's try this for the 1000th time. Yeah, fuck off. Alright. Done with this shit. Looking up the solution. Dragon Age Inquisition. Mythal rituals. There we go. Alright. Okay. I think I did them out of order. Yeah. This person that I'm looking up did the hardest one, that the one I'm on right now, they did that one first. Wow. I got this completely backwards. Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta get back to the front. Okay. That door has the Dreadwolf on it. You see that? It has the design of the wolf on it. Huh. Alright. I didn't know you could walk diagonally. No. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Big think time. I'm watching a walkthrough, so pardon me for my lack of amazing commentary. Mm-hmm. Okay. We gotta walk across, right? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it now. Yeah. Alright, let's try this again. See if I can remember what she did. Okay. So we gotta start over here, and then go over here, and then go over here, and then go over here, go up this way, and then... Oh, no, I fucked it up. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Nope, that was wrong. Alright, try it again. So we start... Fuck! Okay. Okay, alright, okay. We're fine, everything's fine. This isn't absolutely infuriating every fucking fiber of my being. Why would you ever think that? That's not... That's stupid. That would be stupid. Why would I ever get absolutely overwhelmingly rage-filled infuriated over this stupid bullshit? I would never do that. That would be dumb. Okay. Get out of the way, Dorian. Okay. Hamburger, hot dog, Big Mac Whopper. Hamburger, hot dog, Big Mac Whopper. Hamburger, hot dog, Big Mac Whopper. Big Mac Whopper, Big Mac Whopper.
There. Everything is lit. Come, let us see if the doors have opened.
Iron Bull disapproves. Would you stop?
As you wish.
Okay. Every single fucking time I try to press the jump button, it just immediately talks to Morrigan. Boy. Alright. Honestly, with how long it took me to solve all that, I'd be surprised if Samson and Corypheus are even still here.
Not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
Sacrifice.
Being watched.
Yeah, we sure are. Hello?
Vernavis. You
are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths at the side of one of our own. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies, as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground.
Interesting.
We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion.
They got some killer thighs.
Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
Who is it for, then?
So, you're elves from ancient times, before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan.
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over.
Interesting.
Wait, that's not right. What do you say?
You would not know truth. Shemlin history is as short as the pool of your years.
What did the Imperium do then? Are you saying it wasn't a war?
The war of carrion feasting upon a corpse, yes. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before.
Interesting.
It's meaningless. We endure. The Vira Belasan must be preserved.
What is this Vira Belasan exactly?
It is a path. One walked only by those who toiled in Mythal's favor.
Interesting.
It speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
Solus, perhaps he'll listen to you.
What shall I say, Inquisitor? Shall I sway him from a millennia of service by virtue of our shared blood? He clings to all that remains of his world, because he lacks the power to restore it.
We did not come here to fight you, nor to steal from your temple.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal.
Oh,
if
cool.
these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them.
Oh,
when
cool.
this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
Refuse the Sentinel's offer. We may need that well. Accept the Sentinel Elf's bargain. Okay, so if I ally with the Sentinels, then that means that I'll never have access to the well. I'll accept their help in defeating Corypheus and Samson. I'm not sure, and I can't ask Al because he's at work. Boy. Okay. Why do I always have to play the most complicated missions when I don't have his help? I'm gonna take their alliance.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Vira Belasan, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No! Morgan!
Oh shit, Morgan? What the fuck are you... Jesus, I was just trying to drink some water. Morgan? What?
The elves destroyed themselves before my countrymen came along. Could that be true? I can hardly believe it.
This would be our guide?
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morgan chased off on her own.
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, Templars. Come on. Finally, we get some more combat. Oh my god. Nice. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay. We head up here. Ooh, cool. Okay. Wait. Am I not supposed to be in this room? Where do I go? No? Okay, I thought this was where I was supposed to go. My bad. It's just a random room. Okay. So... Ah! This way. Okay. Excuse me? But... This way? No? What the fuck? Where am I supposed to go? Is there a stairway or something? Oh. Okay. Over here, I guess. Uh-huh.
This place looks untouched.
The entire temple must have looked like this long ago. How could the elves pour such devotion into this nonsense?
We can always ask our hosts.
I will leave that to you.
Cool. Okay. My guide certainly does not walk fast, that's for sure. Okay. There's the wolf again. Mosaic of Elgar'nan. Song to Elgar'nan. Wrath and thunder give us glory. Interesting. Mosaic, that's Fenheral again. And who's this? Dir Haman and Fallon Din are linked to Dalish legend as inseparable twin brothers. Ah, okay. Interesting. And what about this? Oh! Gil-Lanan. That's the name of the grove in the Exalted Plains. She used her power to create animals none had ever seen. Years of killing. The gods would share their power, but only if she destroyed her creations. Wow. Okay. Cool. Alright, lead the way. Oh, okay. Pardon me. More wolves. Yeah. Okay. And then... Oh!
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around.
What do you mean? You're standing right next to us. Silace? Whose heart rivals... Temple of Mythal. Silace. Okay. Interesting. That leads somewhere. Over here? Okay. Alright. I'm going this way, right? Oh, there's some chaos going on over here. I can hear it. Oh.
Sentinels are holding off the Red Templars.
Should we... Can we help them? It doesn't look like it. The bars are blocking our way. Or am I just supposed to leave them? Or is my guide gonna open the door for me? Nope, she's just gonna walk right on by. Okay. So I'm just supposed to ignore them, I guess? Or... Yeah, I'm not gonna ignore them. I'm gonna go in and help. Hey. Get wrecked. I need the XP anyway. I mean... Okay. Sorry. Alright, where did my guide go? Is she up here? Man, she walks fast for a lady with a cane. Hello? Loot. Cool. Alright. You're just gonna... am I supposed to go this way? Okay. Get racketed. Nice. Okay. So 2 doors. This one. Oh, they lead to the same place. Okay. Ah, here we go. The Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows.
So Mythal endures.
Andraste, guide us.
How has such magic lasted?
Well, the only possible explanation is that it's so potent that it's kept itself alive this long. Oh, is it finally time to fight Samson? I'm ready. Ready to kill this bitch. Where are you, Samson? You motherfucker.
You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. You hunted us half across Thedas. I should have guessed you'd follow us into this hole.
Maddox is dead, Samson.
You're tranquil, Maddox. He sacrificed himself for your cause.
I told him not to. He died as one of us then. One of the faithful. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world.
Great.
I give it to Corypheus, that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
What's your part in it? What's a vessel?
What else empties a well? I'll carry its power to Corypheus. One more task entrusted to me. Being force-fed Chantry lyrium was good for something. This armor makes me a living fortress, mind and body. I won't forget a word of the well's knowledge. Corypheus will be unstoppable.
Once Corypheus is that powerful, you and your soldiers will just slow him down.
That's what I was thinking.
Dare say that to my face, after you butchered my men. You're no match for Corypheus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength the Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god. So, Inquisitor, how will this go?
Destroys armor.
Power's all well and good, until it's taken away.
Yep. There we go.
What did you do? What did you do? It's gone. The lyrium. I need it. Kill them all.
Ha ha. Drop a meteor shower on their bitch asses. Oh, hello, Samson. Oh, he's pissed. Jesus. Hold on. What the fuck? Hello?
There we are.
What the hell's going on? Move. Solus. Ow. Ow. That's fine. Cassandra's a tank. She can take it.
Come on then.
Come on. Almost got him. Hello? Oh, he got bigger. Gotcha.
You can't take it from Corypheus. You mustn't.
He's still breathing.
We can take him back to Skyhold for judgment.
Oh boy. What's happening? Oh, Morgan. That's right. Sorry, I got so preoccupied with fighting that I completely forgot that she was chasing him. Morgan?
Heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
We've already stopped Samson, and... I'm not sure. Huh. Hold on. Let me look this up real quick. Give me a sec. Let's see. What pride had wrought. Okay. So let's see. Oh, well, there's solutions to the puzzles here. Well of Sorrows. Yep, destroyed Samson's armor. Okay. Hmm. Okay.
Corypheus needed Samson to use the well. Without him, there's no vessel to claim it.
The moment we leave, he will send more forces to secure this place. The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this.
Mm-hmm.
All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
So it stays locked away?
It's better that knowledge remain in the well, never passed on? You'd rather destroy it?
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
Hmm.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny.
Okay.
Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
What of the price?
Gifts like this don't come freely.
No boon of Mythal was ever granted without cost.
Hmm. Okay. So what'll happen?
The Vira Belasan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Huh. What happened to Mythal?
Possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fenheral and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Hmm.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple.
Huh.
Yet the Vira Belasan remains. As do we. That is something.
Interesting.
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends. Why remain?
There is a place for you, Lethaline, if you seek it.
Perhaps there are places the Shemlin have not touched.
The Imperium went to great lengths to expunge Elven history. You might be the last to know the truth.
Would the elves of your lands listen to the truth?
They might. Would it hurt to try?
It very well may, Shemlin. Yes. It may be that only Fenheral awaits us. The blissful sleep of eternity never to awaken, if fate is kind.
Thank you for this gift, Abalas.
Do not thank me yet, Shemlin.
Malas Amalin Nahalam Abalas.
I wish I knew what Elfish meant. I have no idea what they just said.
His name, Abalas, means sorrow.
Hmm.
I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
Oh, thank you, Solus. I'm glad he translated it for us.
You'll
okay.
note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Yeah.
Still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key?
Mm-hmm.
The well is the key.
Ah.
Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so... hungry.
Careful.
Let's not be reckless. I don't want anyone hurt.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my ends, elf?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Hmm.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
Okay.
You alone? You're not the only mage here.
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
What about you, Solus?
No. Do not ask me again.
Immediate, yeah.
What about you, Dorian?
A human from Tevinter scoops up the last bits of elven knowledge? I know why you ask. I know it's important, but I can't be that man.
Okay. What about me?
I would be.
You lead the Inquisition. This is not a risk you can take. I have the best chance of making use of the well for everyone. Let me drink.
What about the price?
You're not concerned about the price? Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to the will of a dead god? It seems an empty warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
Are you sure you want this, Morgan? We don't know what will happen.
True.
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
The Inquisitor will gain the power of the well. Morgan will gain the power of the well. What do you guys think?
She is right about only one thing. We should take the power which lies in that well.
It all seems ghoulish. Let Morrigan use it, if she wants it so much.
If it is truly between you and her, then let her take the risk. Make her help us all.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
Hold on, I'm asking Al. The well, me or Morgan? Let's see if he responds. Me or Morgan? What is this?
Looking at it, listening to it, that's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
Oh.
How would you know such a thing?
Because I'm a
That's what
mage.
Abeloth was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel it?
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
Okay, so Al is telling me that it's a better option to let Morgan drink from the well. And he says, I know what you're thinking, but trust me. So it's probably a bad idea for me to use the well. That was cool, though. I think that was a little piece of dialogue because my character is a mage. The Inquisitor will gain the power of the well. Morgan will gain the power of the well. Okay, I'm gonna take Al's advice and let Morgan use it.
It's yours.
Alright. I really hope I don't regret this when Dragon Age 4 comes around. Morgan, please don't become an antagonist in Dragon Age 4. Woof.
Morgan, are you all right?
You okay?
Elasin Salah. Visan Allah.
Morgan? Are you?
I am intact. There is much to sift through. But now we can...
Whoa. Morgan? Oh boy. What's happening? Oh, it's Coryphasis. Hello, Mr. Swedish Fish. How are you doing? That's right, we took the well. You stupid jagoff. Come at me. Oh no, we're still not gonna fight him? Ah, come on. Oh. Is that Mythal? Ooh. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, Mr. Swedish Fish fucker. Ah, that was nice. Finally get back at Corypheus for his asshole. Also, I wanted to ask Al about Samson. Because I'm going to judge him after I'm done with all this. Also, Samson. Thoughts? That was a cool mission. I liked that a lot. That was very interesting. Oh yeah, this is the Alluvian back in Skyhold. And... yep, there we go. Whew.
It is done.
Wow. That was cool.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor.
Yeah.
When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
Then...
You sound pretty certain when you say that.
The Well of Sorrows held many voices, and they speak to me now from across the ages.
okay.
They hold wisdom. Secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
How powerful
Should we
is he?
fear him more than his army?
Possibly. Luckily for you, he has a weakness. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon in which Corypheus has infested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
Oh, so he transferred a piece of himself into the dragon to make it seem like an archdemon, and he did so that he could emulate the old gods because of how arrogant he is. That's interesting. So if we can exploit that, we can stop his body swapping ability and finally kill him in his main body. Alright, that's a pretty good plan. We just gotta figure out a way to kill a super powerful dragon. Oh god. Yeah.
Just kill his dragon? Why didn't we think of that before?
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
Okay.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Thank you, Colin. Whew. Well, that was a lot. Okay. Well, that was a lot. That was fun, though. All right. Okay. Let's see. Character record. I think everybody leveled up, even the people that weren't in my party, right? You get that. Sandra. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, Sarah leveled up, though. Sarah. Let's do this one. And for Blackwall, let's do this one. And for Cole, Cole didn't level up. Vivian, let's do... Have I gotten this yet? No? Okay. Get that. Solace, Ferric. Okay. Let's do this one. Okay. Alright. Oh wait, was that everybody? Yeah, okay. Alright. Check the journal. The final piece. Ooh, that's a cool picture of Morgan. She has a plan to counter Corypheus and his dragon. Right. Okay. And the only inner circle one I have is the Falomire one. Okay. So I think I'm probably high enough level to continue the what's it called? The Deep Roads mission with the dwarf voiced by David Hayter. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go around and talk to everybody first, though, and check my war council. I want to see if I have enough power points to get the Deft Hands perk now. Oh, Morgan's not there anymore. I only have 2. It's hold on. Deft Hands. Yeah, it's 4. Okay, I need 2 more still. All right. Ferelden. Let's see. Hard in Hightown. It's 7. Let's send Cullen. Okay. Whoa, wait. Hold on. There's one. Oh, wow. I almost didn't even notice this one. Yeah. Send Liliana. Alright. And this one? What is this one? Oh, that's the really, really long one. Okay. I'll hold off on that one for now. Let's see. Those are all complete. Yeah. Resource missions. And then research the Well of Sorrows, bring Samson to Skyhold. Let's do the Samson to Skyhold mission.
Until the rest of our forces return from the Arbor Wilds.
Of course.
Send Josephine on that one. Research the well, too busy. Okay, so that should be all for now. Okay, let's go talk to everybody. I'm sad that Morgan doesn't join us in the War Council anymore. I mean, she's probably too busy, though, like, dealing with all the knowledge she has to sift through. Josie!
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, And you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
Hmm.
I couldn't have come this far without the Inquisition at my back.
And there is the modesty people respect. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
Well, I don't want to say you're a good friend, because we're not really... we're more than friends.
I hope you're not going anywhere after I stop Corypheus.
Far from it. Oh, if you'll have me, there's so much more the Inquisition can do. Farewell, my lady. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Val Royal.
Okay.
Wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fane.
They think she spoke to me?
Even Leliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
But I never saw Andraste, I just saw Justinia.
Few people outside Skyhold know it was Divine Justinia who delivered you from the Fae. You could attempt to tell Val Royal citizens the truth, though it may not be as inspiring as they hope.
Tell them it wasn't Andraste, say Andraste loves us all. You know, I don't... I've never portrayed my Inquisitor as the kind who really fully believes in the whole Chantry thing, but I feel like, you know... God, this sounds bad now that I'm saying it out loud. Like, exploiting it might be useful. So, I'm gonna say this one.
Tell the petitioners Andraste said her herald's word is as her own.
That will certainly make the Chantry take notice, but we shall spread the word. I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada.
Cool.
Both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Ah.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevaran Tevinter border.
Okay.
Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
Oh. Okay. Well, what's King Marcus like?
Man is the king of Navarra.
At this point, elderly. Many fear his health will soon fail him. Still, he is a Pentagast. Their dynasty is exceptionally strong in Navarra.
That's right. Cassandra's part of the royalty in Navarra.
As a Pentagast, will Cassandra be upset if we don't help her relatives?
No.
With all respect to Sigar Pentagast, her interest in politics.
Yeah, she doesn't have an attachment to her family, so I don't think she'll be upset. What would you do, Josie?
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orla is, I would assist the Imperium. Their
Okay.
friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer game.
Huh. Okay.
Why is the ruler of Tevinter turning on the Venatori?
He has little reason to love them. Archon Redanus has rightly identified Corypheus as competition. Few monarchs relish a self-styled god showing up to claim their throne.
What's the Archon
Tell
like?
me about Redanus.
Like most Tevinter rulers, he's heir to an ancient bloodline, politically shrewd, and a highly skilled mage. Rumor also claims he has an incredibly soft spot for cats.
Same. Same. Well, I do trust Josie's opinion, and I trust her advice, and she said that she would help Tevinter instead of Navarra. I feel like... And helping Navarra, not helping Navarra won't affect Cassandra negatively because she doesn't have any attachment to her family because of how her uncle treated her. So I'm gonna take Josie's advice, and we're gonna aid Tevinter.
Tell the Archon the Inquisition will do Tevinter the favor of wiping out the Venatori on its borders.
Very good, Inquisitor. We'll inform him at once.
Okay.
A pleasure.
Yeah, let's talk about us. Does anybody gossip about us? No, I would never. No! I would never break up with Josie. Are you kidding me? Does anybody gossip about us?
Has our being together set any tongues wagging?
Undoubtedly. A rumor already gave you a dozen suitors the moment you took your title.
What kind of suitors?
Who are these rumors pairing me with?
I can only speak to what was whispered in several courts.
And?
Josephine?
To begin with, Cassandra, Liliana, Colin, Dorian, Mother Giselle, Enchanter Fiona, Chancellor Roderick, 3 Rs, 2 Counts, and some man named Philip. Honestly, I don't think he even exists.
Let's spend some time together.
I wanted to spend some time with just you and me, Josephine.
Why, that sounds lovely.
Oh. Let's spend some time with Josie. Oh. That's so sweet. I really do like their relationship a lot. Oh, and I'm right next to Morrigan. I'm not going to talk to her yet, though. Was she just standing there while I was making out with Josephine? She's like, don't look at them. Just don't look. They're, I don't want to be rude. Hey, Varric. What's up?
So, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this.
Yeah, me too, buddy. Mm-hmm.
So a witch could consume a pool of magical goo and then walk through a mirror.
Yeah, basically.
Back here. Have I mentioned that the shit that happens to you is crazy?
Yeah.
I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something normal?
Special? Tell me about... Oh, okay. No.
Carry on.
Okay. I feel like Solus might have some special dialogue because of, Oh, nope, there's my girlfriend. Okay. Where is Solus? In here? No, this leads upstairs, right? Oh, well, then go talk to, Vivian, I guess. Oh, cutscene.
I expected ruins.
They were. As you see, the Inquisition has not been idle.
Exactly.
Would it be possible to meet the Herald before we return to Ghislaine?
My dear Laurent, for you, anything.
Oh. Yeah, we did a good job rebuilding this place.
Inquisitor Adar.
Your worship, you do us great honor.
Inquisitor, this is my dear Bastien's sister, Grand Cleric Marceline.
Oh.
And his son, Duke Laurent of the Council of Heralds.
Madame de Fer has told us what great trials you faced, trying to save my poor brother's life.
The Maker called my father to his side. It was valiant of you to champion him in his final hours.
If only I'd been able to save Bastien.
The Circle of Magi told Bastien many years ago that his illness was incurable. It was simply his time.
Would you mind waiting for me in the chapel, my dears? The Inquisitor and I have business to discuss.
It has been our very great pleasure, Herald.
Thank you very much.
So you've met the family now, and made a good impression in spite of yourself. Well done.
God damn it, Vivian. I almost thought you were going to be nice for a second. What are you after?
What is it you want, Vivian?
Nothing, my dear. I already have what I wanted. Properly worded, the righteous cause of the Inquisition can be used to great effect with my Bastien's deeply pious relations. With Bastien's loss, I have connections to the Council of Heralds and the highest levels of the Chantry. All thanks to you.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not exactly surprised, honestly. I'm not going to be an ass about it. I'm going to try to be nice, but, you know.
Well, at least everything's worked out for you in the end.
So it has. And well arranged, if I do say so myself. Well, I can't keep Marceline and Laurent waiting. Thank you so much for your cooperation, Inquisitor. I could never have done this without your help.
Well, I feel like that's going to come back and bite us in the ass in the 4th game. Vivian's probably going to be like, ooh, there's a new portrait, right? Ooh, cool. Yeah. So this is the beginning mission, and then this is, I still don't know about this one. The wolves? Maybe the representation of the closing the breach? And that's in Hushed Whispers. That's the attack on Haven. And then the entry into the Fade, right? And then the Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. And this is the mission we just did. So it looks like there's only one more major story mission left. Solace?
The Temple of Mythal was extraordinary. In all my journeys, I never dreamed of finding anything like it. What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
I'll rely on those I trust. I'll restore what was. I'll make the world better, one thing at a time.
I'm not arrogant enough to think it's my decision alone. Whatever happens, we'll do it together.
You think to share your power, to avoid the temptation to misuse it. A noble sentiment, but ultimately a mistake.
Why?
Because while one selfless woman may walk away from the lure of power's corruption, no group has ever done so.
Well, he's not wrong. A single person can be noble, but it's completely impossible for an entire group to be noble. You know, because it's made up of multiple different people. The only places I can possibly think of where a group is completely noble is fiction. Every single group in the real world, no matter how good its intentions are, eventually finds some kind of corruption within itself because of the people that are in the organization. It can have leadership that's good, but it's highly likely that it'll have membership or second-in-commands or lieutenants that are corrupt. Oftentimes without the leadership even knowing. So, we can try.
I trust my friends.
I know that mistake well enough to carve the angles of her face from memory.
Why is this so important to you?
You have not been what I expected, Inquisitor. You have impressed me. You
Thank you.
must not let false modesty allow you to pass your power to someone else. There are few regrets sharper than watching fools squander what you sacrifice to achieve. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us much. The Temple of Mythal did not deserve such a fate. The orb he carries, and its stolen power. That, at least, we may still recover. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
It sounds like you're leaving.
You planning to leave before we take down the bad guy?
No, but there may not be a later. It seemed wise to say my goodbyes now.
Alright, Solus, keep your secrets. You overdramatic egg, you. I think I've really come around to liking Solus a lot. I didn't really like him at first, but... Hey, Dorian. How you doing, bud?
What happened at the Elven Temple? It's got me thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter. Once this is done. If we're still alive.
Why?
All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home. But what do I do about it? Nothing.
Oh. What brought this
How
on?
does this relate to the Elven Temple?
That elf, Abelas.
He said the Imperium wasn't what destroyed the elves.
Yeah.
People would never accept that. It would reduce us to scavengers, destroy our legacy no matter how terrible. We should accept it. Take our history down a peg. Confront the legacy hanging over us like a shroud. Maybe not all of us want to, but that could be altered. If you can change minds, so can I.
Well, I do believe in Dorian. I think he could do that if he put his mind to it. From what Abelos said, it sounded like the elves destroyed themselves, and then the Tevinter Imperium just basically took advantage of it. Like, they took advantage of the chaos and benefited from all the destruction that resulted from the elves fighting each other. You could do great things.
You're not doing nothing, Dorian. You came here. You're fighting with us.
Thank you for saying that. I want to do more than stop Corypheus, however. I want to save my home. It
I'll
might
help you.
surprise you to know that you're the one who inspired me.
Oh, thank you.
World, for good or ill. How could I aspire to do any less? If it means proving that Tevinter can be better, that there's hope even for my homeland, I would do anything.
Well, if you do decide to do that, then I will support you, Dorian. Hey, Fiona.
I'm told you gave the Grey Wardens another chance, Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Would I have done the same, I wonder? Forgiveness can be difficult. I hope the Order values what you've done and gives you no reason to regret it.
Everything is going okay?
Everything is well with the mages?
There have been a few scuffles with your Templars, but overall, it is going well.
Good.
I'll leave you to it.
I haven't talked to Fiona in a while, so I figured I'd have a word. Turn in research. What is this? Hello? Huh. Oh. Wow. Oh, okay. There it goes. Whoa. Wow. Oh, I unlocked a lot of stuff. I wonder how long. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, I pressed X a lot, so that's going to be going for a while. Hey, Lil, what's going on? You okay?
I was pondering who might be divine, and it suddenly occurred to me.
Okay.
Is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
What would you... Do not support Liliana as divine? Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning more towards Liliana as the divine anyway. I feel like Cassandra could do a good job, but her as the divine seems... I'm also trying to wait until all the creature research things disappear. I pressed X too many times. I feel like Cassandra would be better at leading, like, the Chantry's military forces, and I feel like I said this before, but I feel like the political position of being the divine would be better suited to Liliana and her skill set.
I think you would make a good divine.
I am glad to hear it. Your support may persuade the Grand Clerics to vote in my favor. The Chantry was a beacon of hope to me once, you know. In my years at Lothering's Chantry, we turned no one away from our doors. It was a refuge, a place of peace. I felt the Maker's presence and his love even when they told me he'd left us. This is the Chantry I know. The Chantry I wish the world to see.
The world needs that kind of Chantry.
The world could certainly use the force for good you describe.
Yes, the Chantry should be a force for good instead of what it is. The Chantry dictated where it should have inspired. It spoke of judgment instead of acceptance. It should encourage the good in everyone, rather than rebuke us for our sins.
Exactly.
No one should be turned away from our doors. No one is without worth. Whoever you are,
Absolutely.
whatever your mistakes, you are loved unconditionally. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame.
That was very inspiring. I think that speech just now solidified my opinion. Liliana absolutely should be the next Divine. Okay, who have I not talked to? I think I've talked to everybody in the castle, right? Who's in here? This is somebody's room? I don't know whose, though. I don't know whose rooms these are. Somebody's, though. They're nice. I mean... Oh, I thought the Alluvian was in there. Never mind. Oh, no, the Alluvian is down in the lower area. Never mind. Okay. Okay. So I've talked to Josie. I've talked to Liliana. I've talked to... Have I talked to Cullen yet? No, I haven't, right? I haven't talked to Cullen yet, have I? Let me go talk to him real quick. Okay, so they haven't come back with Samson yet. Okay. And I've talked to Solus and Varric. Cullen is in the watchtower. So let me go talk to him real quick. Bum, bum. Whoa, oh, don't get too close to the edge. Don't get too close. Don't jump! Don't... Oh my god. Did you see her? She was floating in midair for a second. Jesus Christ. She scared me. I thought she was gonna jump. Oh my god. Oh god. That scared the shit out of me. Cullen, we finally killed Samson. Are you...
All before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. I shall not be left to wander the drifting roads of the beyond.
Okay.
For there is no darkness in the Maker's light, and nothing that he has wrought shall be lost.
A prayer for you?
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
I'm glad you haven't lost your faith.
I've questioned it at times. I found comfort in faith when life offered little. Corypheus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must draw strength wherever we can.
For moments like this, perhaps.
There are fewer of those lately.
There's time now.
That was a nice scene. That's very sweet. Hi, Giselle. Let's see. You go in here. And back out in the main hall. So we talked to Cullen, Lil, Josie, Cassandra. Talked to Solus, talked to Varric. Cassie, what's going on?
Victory in the Arbor Wilds. The Archdemon might have been a real threat to our army, but it flew off once we turned the tide. It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus plans now.
We'll deal with whatever he throws at us.
Do not underestimate Corypheus. He is powerful, and you have yet to fight him one-on-one.
That's true.
But he will come. You will get your chance.
You don't seem concerned about that.
I'm terrified. Yet I have faith in you.
Oh, thank you, Cassandra. I appreciate that.
Not long ago, this was impossible to imagine. You, A valued friend. Victory close at hand.
Aww.
Time has come to consider what will come next.
I have plans.
Oh, I have plans of my own.
As you should. Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter. You have come far, my friend. It has been an honor.
Oh, thank you, Cassie. I appreciate that. That was a sweet scene. I liked that a lot. And it means a lot, because me and Cassandra started out as enemies because she distrusted the, Can I jump down here? Shit! Okay. She distrusted me at first, so it's nice that she sees me as a friend now. Hey, Blackwall.
Inquisitor.
How you doing? Okay, no new dialogue?
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Okay, so... Is that everybody? Let's see. Cullen, Cullen, Lil, Josie, Cassie, Varric's Egg, Viv, Sarah. Okay. So, Sarah, and then I've talked to Blackwall. So, Sarah, Bull, and I've talked to Dorian. So, Sarah, Bull, and Cole. Alright. Bull, what's up?
So to kill Corypheus, all we have to do is kill his dragon first?
Basically.
That's easy. We're good at killing shit. Just one more big fight to put this Magister asshole down for good. I knew you'd get us here, boss.
Thank you for all your help.
Been an honor, Bull.
Oh, don't get like that. This isn't goodbye. We're kicking this guy's ass.
Yeah, we are. I always feel so much better when I talk to Bull. Sarah, how you doing? Oh, cutscene.
I'm sorry. Oh wait, no I'm not. It's just the funniest, isn't it? That creaky old Abelas in Mythal saying the elves weren't destroyed by Tevinter.
What if they were? He probably knows more than you do, Sarah. I mean, he's an ancient elf, right? So he probably has had that knowledge either passed down to him, or he might have even been there. You're gloating? What is going on?
Some long dead you're gloating over.
About time I got mine back. Elvie elves have shoved victim in my face 1,000,000 times. Like being sad makes them better than me. Turns out they're not victims. They're the same as everyone else. Arseholes. Plus, a big old temple full of demon-worshipping lies. Grand, that.
What?
You seem pretty certain. You don't believe anything from Mythal?
Of course not. What, I should believe all that stuff? Because elves? I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the Dalish look like tits for living in the woods, but so what? There can't be a bunch of gods, and the Maker. Don't matter how much or little you believe, those don't fit. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up by dead people who failed. Mythal is a ruin full of demons. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
What if some of it was true? I mean, it's a fantasy setting, so it's entirely possible that both of the gods existed simultaneously.
There's so much history there. What if some of it is true?
No, now you're stupid. You can't think that because it's stupid.
Okay, Sarah.
Why believe it? Because Abelas looked weird. If that's all it takes, Coryphe's shitheel is full of lumpy truth. You're not even an elf. Why are you being so damned elfy? You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
Huh. Ooh, I don't want to be mean, but she's kind of being very rude right now. No, I'm not going to insult her.
People need to understand what this could mean.
No, they don't. 1,000 miles away, all they'll hear is you won. They won't care what you mutter to yourself. And neither do I. So there you go.
Okay, Sarah. Whatever.
Love seeing you, yeah?
Alright. Let's go talk to Cole.
I don't know.
Oh, cutscene. Hi, Cole. How you doing?
Corypheus died, and then he didn't.
Uh-huh.
That's why he always felt wrong. Like he didn't fit inside himself. He wears another man's life. I thought dying was forever.
So did I. Corypheus seems to break a lot of rules.
Mm-hmm. Cole.
But is it him? Is he real? If a man can be dead and then not, could I have saved the real Cole?
Come on, buddy.
What happened to him wasn't your fault.
His hands were bruised from beating on the wall. It was dark, like the cabinet where he hid to escape his father. His belly hurt like knives, throat cracked dry. He was alone. I pushed through and held his hand. It was all I could do. He said, "Thank you."
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh. 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 Whoa. 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 It had to switch back from night for a second there. Oh, that freaked me out a little bit. Hey there. Wait a second, what? Who are you?
Milan's good. My best.
Okay. Oh. Else.
Welcome, you know. You've always been welcome.
It's a lot to think about.
Okay. Journal. Okay, let me go talk to Morgan.
So much has happened.
Let's see. Let's see. Which way is the garden again? This way? Yes, this way. Okay. I'm going to talk to Morgan. I'm going to start the first chunk of this final story mission, but I'm not going to finish it today. After I'm done talking to Morgan, I'm going to head back to the Deep Roads and then do that. I want to finish the DLC before the final story mission. So. What's up, Morgan? Talk to me.
Oh, suddenly it all makes sense. I now understand the nuance behind elven words. The ancient lore reveals patterns I would never have suspected.
She's so happy.
It's exhilarating. The rush of images. Truth dangling just out of reach.
Like what?
Tell me more.
Take the Illuvians. It was always assumed their use was lost after the Tevinter conquest of Arlathan. But the ancient elves had closed all paths to the crossroads long before.
Interesting.
They warred with themselves, and the Illuvians were sealed to prevent an enemy from using them to attack.
Ah.
So much is misunderstood. It will take years to absorb, if I get the chance.
I'm pleased I could give you that at least.
I still wait for the other shoe to drop, as they say. But now, all I see are possibilities. None of which has anything to do with why I asked you here, of course.
Right.
Earlier, I said there was a way to match the power of Corypheus, Inquisitor, and there is.
Okay. What you got?
We must summon Mythal.
Excuse me? What? Huh? Yeah, what?
Didn't you say that Mythal was long dead? Or a myth?
Whatever Mythal was, goddess, myth, or ancient being, the voices of the well say a part of her power lingers on.
Interesting.
How, or in what form, I cannot say, but that power is exactly what we need. I must go to an altar in the wilderness to perform the summoning, and you must be with me.
Interesting. You need me there?
You don't need me for some ritual sacrifice, I hope.
The altar could have a guardian or other surprises. Thus, your company would be best. Imagine what we will learn, Inquisitor. Some would give their lives to unearth secrets such as this.
I mean, I'm glad that she's passionate, but yeah, same, Minerva, same. Join Morrigan at the altar of Mythal, which is where exactly? Where is it? Is it in the Arbor Wilds? Oh, okay, so it's a special area. All right, I will do that eventually. I want to finish the Deep Roads quest, and I want to finish the Frostback Basin quest first. So I'm going to do the DLC content, and once I'm done with that, then I'll head to the Altar of Mythal. So I'm going to do the Deep Roads one first. Legion of the Dead camp. So let's bring Sarah's wildin'. I don't want to bring her for a while. She said some really stupid shit when I talked to her the last time. Which I get it. You know, it's her opinion. That's fine, but that doesn't mean I have to agree with it. I'm bringing Varric. I'm going to bring Bull, and I'm going to bring... Cole or Blackwall? I want to bring Blackwall. Just because I need his armor ability. I feel like the enemies I'm going to face are really tough, so I want to have one warrior with me at least that... Oh, Stroud. Rest in peace, Stroud. I want to have at least one warrior with me that has the armor ability. You know, the one that gives you that little bar above your health bar where it's just like shards of metal and it gives you extra health. Because Bull he's a full damage output warrior and he doesn't have that ability. Which I guess I could spec him to have it, but I've gone all in on the two-handed weapon and Reaver skill trees, so... Okay. All right. So here we are in the Deep Roads. Excellent.
So it's true. The king involved a surfacer.
Don't be a bitch. King involved a surfacer. Yeah, I'm gonna save your ass if you could stop being such a dick about it. Alright, the Descent. Yeah. So we're gonna equip that, and then we are going to stop for the day. Because I started earlier than I thought I would. But yeah. I wanted to start earlier, so I do appreciate you watching very much, especially, very much, in fact, is what I meant to say. Sorry. So thank you very much. If you'd like to check out my social medias, they are in my About page on my Twitch channel, as well as my YouTube channel is in there as well. Thank you so much. I love you. I miss you already, and hopefully I will see you again very soon. Bye!